Hello and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're going to explore the history of the 8th of March, also known as International Women's Day. This day is celebrated globally, and it has a long and rich history that dates back more than a century. So, let's dive right into it. The roots of International Women's Day can be traced back to the early 20th century, when women around the world started to demand their rights and equal treatment. At that time, women faced a lot of discrimination, including unequal pay, lack of voting rights, and limited access to education and employment opportunities. In 1909, the Socialist Party of America organized a Women's Day, which was celebrated on February 28 to honor the one-year anniversary of a garment workers' strike in New York. This event brought attention to the poor working conditions and low wages that women were facing at that time. 2 years later, in 1911, a conference of socialist women was held in Copenhagen, Denmark. It was here that a woman named Clara Zetkin proposed the idea of an International Women's Day, which would be celebrated every year to highlight the struggles and achievements of women around the world. The first International Women's Day was celebrated on March 19, 1911, in Austria, Denmark, Germany, and Switzerland. More than 1 million women and men attended rallies and demonstrations to demand equal rights for women. During the early 20th century, the suffragette movement was gaining momentum, and women were fighting for the right to vote. In 1917, Russian women went on strike for bread and peace, demanding an end to World War I and better living conditions. This strike eventually led to the downfall of the Tsarist regime and paved the way for women's rights in Russia. In the 1960s and 1970s, the feminist movement gained momentum, and International Women's Day became a platform for women to demand equality in all aspects of their lives. It was during this time that the United Nations officially recognized International Women's Day, and it has been celebrated on March 8 since 1975. Today, International Women's Day is celebrated all around the world, and it is a day to recognize the contributions and achievements of women. It's also a day to raise awareness about the ongoing struggles and challenges that women face, such as gender-based violence, unequal pay, and limited access to education and healthcare. International Women's Day is a reminder that the fight for gender equality is far from over. We must continue to work towards a world where women are treated equally and have access to the same opportunities as men. And that's a wrap for today's video. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the history of International Women's Day. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.